Okay, Shalom. Call hello Yahweh Shem Shai. The bonds of the apostle of the great millstone who rule well. Citation to the brothers on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. This is Ira from Great Millstone, Wisconsin. And I wanted to go in a little bit more on the topic of the will of the Lord. Us at camp last Sunday we did a thing we call GMS motivation, and we went into a topic on doing the will of the Lord, or knowing what the will of the Lord is, and I wanted to say a few more words because not everybody knows what the will of the Lord is, and those with thoughts of maliciousness and an evil intent, those are the ones that that don't understand, that won't get to understand, the mysteries and the will of the Lord, they're the ones that can't take it, and that encompasses this whole world, once they, and even if they do get to know the will of the Lord, they won't be able to perform the will of the Lord, which the will of the Lord is for his men to go out on the highways and byways and teach, and so we can, bring about the prophecies and the destruction of this world, so Esau can be cast in the filth, and Israel can be exalted to the heavens. That's the ultimate will, for the prophecies to come to pass. But certain men won't understand that, because the will of the Lord is only given to those, who the Lord chooses, the elect, and the ones that are going to do his will, man, the ones that are going to go out and labor, and put their their lives, their bodies and their lives, out as a sacrifice for the Lord, So I'm just going to jump right into it. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 13. So what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High? Or who can think that the will of the Lord is? Or who can think what the will of the Lord is, and by now, that's a rhetorical question, which the men that can know the counsel of the Most High and know what the will is are the elect, the 144,000, because they're the ones that are going to not only know what the will is, but are also going to do the will of the Lord, For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain, right? So the only thing that stands is the will of the Lord. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things. We all have those vain thoughts, that come into our head, through the flesh. We all have those demons that that creep in every once in a while. More so in other times, that try to pervert us from performing the will of the Lord. And hardly do we guess aright at things that are upon earth. And with labor do we find the things that are before us. So we're not always right. The creature was subject to vanity. So those are gonna go off. But the thing is, you got to keep going. You have to keep fighting and do the will of the Lord. But the things that are in heaven, who hath searched out? And thy counsel, who hath known? Except thou give wisdom, and send thy Holy Spirit from above. The only way you're gonna know the will of the Lord, bottom line, is if the Lord gives you wisdom and he sends his Holy Spirit to you. For so the ways of them which lived on the earth were reformed, and men were taught the things that are pleasing unto thee, and were saved through wisdom. And ultimately, that's how we're going to be saved. In Yahweh Shem Shai, through the wisdom, of his will. The knowledge of him, in which his will is to go out on highways and byways and teach, to perform the will of the Most High. To present your body a living sacrifice. The knowledge of him is the doctrine, man. The law, statutes, and commandments, of course. And the doctrine. 2/3 of our people are going to be put to death. 1/3 will be saved. 144,000 are going to be a willing body. And even the belief set, man, that we have, that the apostles are the elders of Great Millstone, and the Lord is dealing with them directly, and the Spirit is funneling through them to us. But you're only going to understand that if you're chosen, and if you're predestined, if you're a part of the elect, man. Lord willing, we're all a part of that number. But the only ones that are going to truly understand the will of the Lord are the elect. And that comes to the bottom line, This is Ephesians chapter 1, verse 11. In whom also we have obtained an inheritance, which this is talking about Yahweh Shai, being predestined according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will. So everything that happens is according to prophecy. His will is broken up in prophecies, man. That he's bringing the past to, to perform the work that pleases him. He's doing what he wants to do. And he's using the instruments of the world and the men of this world to make it happen. And his will is for the elect to be saved with an everlasting salvation. That we should be to the praise of his glory, who first trusted in Yahweh Shai. So the elect are going to be the ones that trust in Yahweh Shai, man. Those are going to be the ones who were back then with Yahweh Shai, who trusted on him, and believed. And the ones that ultimately created the earth with Yahweh Shai, those first spirits, man. In whom ye also trusted. See, the men on this earth who are prophesying and doing the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai are the ones that are trusting in Yahweh Shai also. They're the elect, that's been reincarnated over, 5,000 years. After that, ye heard the word of truth. After that, ye heard the word of truth, Salakia, the gospel of your salvation, which faith comes by hearing the word, in whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise. And that promise is, the kingdom of heaven, man. But speaking from a standpoint of of Paul, when he was speaking about back then, was the promises and the covenants, of in the law, statutes, commandments, and the promises and the covenants that were laid down to Moses, But now, and also ultimately the kingdom of heaven, So the ones that receive the Holy Spirit are the elect of the nation of Israel, who will receive, the promise also, which is the earnest of our inheritance, until the redemption of the purchased possession, unto the praise of his glory. And what that's saying is, until the purchase of his possession, meaning until the praise of his glory, is talking about when we were redeemed through the blood of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And like the scripture say, we were bought with a price. So the Lord bought us back, but now it's time to pay that price, which is to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. To go out and teach and to do his will. And a lot of brothers ain't doing that. A lot of niggas, I should say. A lot of niggas ain't doing that, man. They being keyboard warriors. They being, they think they're, they've created their own lane for themselves so they can climb up another way. And the Lord ain't dealing with that. I shouldn't have to say put any names on it. Y'all should already know who you are by now. But also, and those that aren't doing the will of the Lord, you actually despise the Most High, man. You despise the Most High because you're not doing his will, because you find it grievous, man. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:7. For the Most High has not called us unto uncleanness, as some of you, think that the Most High called you unto uncleanness, because you're not, taking any precautions or any how can I say, you're not taking any security measures to wipe yourself clean, man. But unto holiness, so the elect was called unto holiness. He therefore that despiseth not man, but the Most High. So all of you talking, all you keyboard warriors talking shit on the comment boards, all you guys talking shit against us on the streets, you other Israelite camps that are or you so-called black consciousness community, or you other factions of black people, Black Panthers, whatever you want to call yourself, all of you that's coming up against the men of the Lord and that despise the doctrine that's being pushed out through the Spirit, y'all hate you despise the Most High. You don't hate us, you despise the Most High, who hath also given us his Holy Spirit. So he also gave us the Holy Spirit, man. And since he gave us the Holy Spirit, we know the will of the Most High. That makes us above all people on the face of the planet. And since we know the will of the Most High, we have to perform the will of the Most High. And Yahweh Shai said it best himself, in the parable. This is John chapter 4, verse 34. Yahweh Shai saith unto them, Slakia. He got a slight cold. It says, Yahweh Shai saith unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. So that's plain as day, man. Our food, our satisfaction, is to do the will of him that sent us and to finish his work, which is to see it to the end. We're supposed to grind and grind and grind out till the job is done, man. We're supposed to prophesy and teach and labor until this world is destroyed, man. Say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest? Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes and look on the fields, for they are white already to harvest. Right? Don't put it off, man. Oh, man, there's 4 months left to the harvest. We got plenty of time. No, you don't. No, you don't. Like the Lord said, look, the harvest already here. So don't look out into the world, and just because you don't see the world plunging into chaos all at once, as soon as you look out the window, don't think, oh, we still got time left. I still got time to dilly daddle and do my own thing. No, you don't have any time, because the end of the world is already here, man. That's what this is saying. So it's time to kick it into high gear, man. And he that reapeth receiveth wages, and gathereth fruit unto life eternal. Right. So those that reap spiritual things, man, those that work and they reap the same benefits, the spiritual benefits, and remain working in the field, they'll receive life eternal, which is the kingdom of heaven. And that's what we're striving for. That both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together. And herein is that saying true: one soweth and another reapeth. And that is talking about the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, man. They sowed, they worked, and they labored. We're now reaping the benefits of that labor, man. Learning and being guided in the spirit through them. So should never any type of disrespect come towards the elders, man. Because there's the reasons why you're alive right now at this very second, It says, I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestowed no labor. Right, so other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors. Right, you didn't start laboring, but other men labored for you. And now you're entered into their labors, meaning you become laborers with them. Because they showed you the guideline. They worked and they showed you the guideline. They showed you how the spirit works. They showed you how to make videos. They showed you how to put lessons together, how to read the spirit, how to read the scriptures, things like that, and so forth, man. And now you're entered into their labors.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
But the thing is, many of you, y'all claim y'all love the Most High. You claim you love the Most High. And you claim that you're doing the will of the Lord. You claim that you're doing all you can, but you're really not, man.
This is a Chucky Beat.
That's why the Lord said to Peter, like, hey, man, you love me, keep going. Don't lose faith. And a lot of you guys are losing faith, man. And going out like some punks. But that's neither here nor there. But we're just gonna leave that where it's at. But you guys, you don't, since you starting to, there are certain things that are happening that you don't understand. Certain parts of the will of the Lord that you don't understand. So you stop feeding the flock, man. You stop working. You stop laboring. And that's because you don't really love the Lord. You love yourself more than you love the Lord. You weren't that guy that sat down and counted the cost, man, before you started building the tower, which we're gonna get that next. This is John chapter 21, verse 15. So when they had dined, Yahweh said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. When you love the Lord, hey, you got to feed the sheep. Which feeding the sheep is going out and teaching His word, man. Doing the will of the Lord. That's the will of the Lord. Yahweh Shai just told Peter to do His will. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he saith unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahweh said unto him, Feed my sheep. And he reiterated it. Keep pushing, keep teaching, keep doing the work, man. No matter what. Keep doing my will. That's the Lord's will, man. That's why the scripture said in John chapter 4, verse 34, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me. But notice the last part, and to finish his work. You know? So our job is to do the will of the Lord and to finish it, man. To the very end. Because we have a job to do. Just like a man is hired to do the job, you know, he gets paid at the end of the day, or he gets paid at the end of the week to do a certain job, but he can't work Monday through Thursday and think Friday he's gonna take it easy. No. You have to work Monday through Friday in order to get that paycheck at the end of the week, man. You know? But also you have to be prepared to work. You have to be prepared to do all that you can do within that week. You know? Just like the men of the Lord, we have to be prepared to do what all that we can do within this short lifespan that we have for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is Luke chapter 14, verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it? Point. That's blunt now. You know, you can't build something without knowing how to build it. You know, knowing that if you have enough time, knowing if you have enough materials, see if you have have it all planned out. You know, what direction is the wind blowing? How hard is the wind blowing? How tall can you get the tower to get before the wind knocks it over? Should you stop in the middle of the day and finish it tomorrow? Things like that, man. Thus happily after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him. You know? And that's what happens with men that fall out of the truth. Men are men that leave Great Millstone, or men that are, you know, not even men that leave Great Millstone. Because a lot of men that leave Great Millstone, you know, we only get on you because you talk shit, man. You know, if you didn't talk shit, you just left, you know, peacefully and went and did the work, you know, we would have nothing to say to you, you know. But a lot of niggas leave because they going off and they can't take it, you know. They can't take doing the work no more. You know, they can't take being rebuked. They can't take, you know, being respectful, man. They can't take being honorable. You know, they can't keep up being held to the same high standard that they're supposed to be held to in the spirit, man. You know? So they're not able to finish the tower, and then they get mocked and claim that we're evil, man. But you deserve to be mocked because you didn't make a sound decision. You know? So with that, you know, I just had a few more words to say on the subject. Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai, homage to the apostle Elder Great Millstone who rule well. Citation to all the sincere Akim on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word and truth and in sincerity, and that have, you know, that have counted the cost, so they can finish the Lord's work, you know, and finish the Lord's will. Shalom.